It's me, Miss Borges. Today I wanted to come on and give you some tips on how you can build a little crayon box at home, and you can see what we do at school when a child is in person. So this might help you if you have a hybrid student, so you can see what they use at school and maybe you can make it at home. Or if you're remote, this might be a tip that you could do at home to make it easier to do projects and prepare for school. So I went to IKEA and I bought these little tiny pencil boxes. There were 3 of them for $2.99, and I liked them because they're small and they also stack. So they stack nicely. And then here at school we have a work bin inside the kids' cubby, and inside we keep our crayon box, scissors, a dot marker. Because everything is individualized, I can say, okay, go get your scissors from your work box, and they know exactly where to go. If you're at home, it's great to create a little work box with the same materials so that when they're doing schoolwork, they're getting it from their work box, but then also you can have your art materials for fun and open play, and then that kind of shows them that when they're doing schoolwork, it's schoolwork, and when you're just having fun at home and coloring and doing open-ended projects, it's different than school. So I suggest creating an art box, and you could even put your child's picture on it or their name if you have more than one child, and they stack nicely. They can go in a closet or under a table. So it's just a good way to store some of the materials they use. So I went to IKEA and I bought these little boxes, and on the inside of the box I took the color chart and we shrunk it and laminated the color chart so we can work on colors or even questions. What color do you like the best? Oh, you like green? Can you find the green crayon? Or you could use it if you're asking them to point out certain shapes. Can you find the purple square? Where's the purple square? And you can use the color as a reference. So you can use it in many different ways, and it's kind of nice just inside the lid so we don't lose it, and it's always there for reference. Or you could use a regular pencil case and you don't have to shrink it as much, but you could scotch tape it or packing tape it across the inside so that it's shiny and it doesn't rip easily. I also Velcroed the top of the box, and I use pictures in here so that even though I'm putting it inside their cubby or it's on their workstation, it's easy for them to see whose it is, so we're not using somebody else's box. You could also put their name so they start recognizing their name. Oh, what's the first letter of your name? And it's right there. But right now we're just using pictures. And then if I need to easily take the box apart to sterilize it, I can just take off the laminated visuals. And I kind of wanted to go over crayons. So we have these beautiful big crayons. And even if they're skinnier than this, they're nice and long and beautiful. And in preschool, it's really hard to grasp. It's just too big for their hand. So a lot of times we get kiddos that want to fist it, and we really want them to pinch and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So because their hands are so little and we're still building that strength in our hands, they automatically want to grab it and just use their arm instead of using those fine motor activities. So we take the crayons and we break them in half, which goes against everything. If you open a brand new box of crayons, like, the last thing you want to do is break them, but we break them. I don't know why they don't make thick crayons for preschool already broken. So inside their box, I have broken crayons. And so this way they can grab them and pinch and wiggle, wiggle. It's really hard to fist the crayon because there's not enough crayon to do that with, and it's just much easier for their hands to use. And we work on, you know, holding it the right way and coloring the right way. So we have broken crayons, and I do have students that say, my crayons are all broken, and it's just like, oh, that's okay. That makes it easier for you to color, or that makes it easier for you to hold. I would not suggest breaking crayons in front of your child. That might upset them. So, you know, when they go to bed at night, Just break them in half, and then you have the baggie of the other halves that you can pull out if you're missing a crayon or if you need another color, and you can use the second half of the crayon later. But I would not break the crayons in front of them. They might ask you, why are they broken? And you can say, oh, it makes it easier for you to hold, or we want to build those muscles in your fingers, so we want to hold our crayons the right way. I also suggest that maybe you have a separate crayon box. So they could have their whole crayons in their art area that they use at home for just coloring, but then maybe they have their school crayons that are broken in a pencil box. The nice thing about these little boxes as well is if I know that I want them to use crayons and maybe scissors, glue stick, everything does fit in here, so I can decide if I want those materials already on their workstation before they get to school, or I can also ask them, go get your scissors, they're in your work box. And then we do a lot of following multi-step directions with our art supplies. So they might have their crayons on the table, but they need something else. So I'll say, oh, what else do you need? You need your scissors. Where are your scissors? Go to your cubby and find your scissors and bring them back to the table. So we do a lot of directions with getting the materials that we do need, or sometimes we might even take out the colors that they need. And oh, we need yellow. Where's your yellow? What can you do? What would I do if I need yellow? And you can ask for help. You can say, I need yellow. So then we work on language. So I hope that this was a helpful tip. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. If you found this helpful, please let me know, and I'll continue trying to do some homeschool connection videos showing you what materials look like at school or what's helpful at school, and how you can recreate it at home, or if you are remote, maybe stations that you can make at home so that when you're doing work at home, it's easier. All right, well, have a great day. Thanks.